A New York Times Siena College poll released earlier this month found Vice President Harris comfortably ahead of former President Donald Trump among black male voters, 70% to 20%. It's well below the 90% of support those voters had for President Joe Biden back in 2020. The poll also suggested some black voters have more confidence that Republicans will follow through on campaign promises, which has Democrats seemingly on the defensive. Last week, Harris unveiled an opportunity agenda for black men. Meanwhile, powerful surrogate former President Barack Obama has faced some criticism for seeming to shame his peers who aren't showing full-throated support.
You're thinking about sitting out or even supporting somebody who has a history of denigrating you?
Here in New York, when it comes to the idea that support for Harris is slipping among black voters, Assemblymember Rodney's Bichot-Hermelin, who leads Brooklyn Democrats, isn't buying it.
We are all in for our Democratic nominee, which is Kamala Harris.
Not only that, she says the zeroing in of the political universe on black men is an oversimplification of an entire voting bloc.
We don't want to lump this enormous voting segment of black men in one monolith.
Where she argues issues like racism and mass incarceration mean their impact on the overall electorate is still not fully understood.
Black men are participating in the voting process more and more. Things are changing for the better.
Well, Stefan Mihailu, former spokesperson for former Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, argues that any polling shift towards Trump isn't about race at all.
I don't think this presidential campaign is about black or white. It's about the color of green, money.
He feels no matter the voting bloc, Harris's economic messaging is simply weaker than previous Democratic candidates like Obama.
People feel as though they had more money in their pockets when President Trump was commander-in-chief compared to the past 3.5 years when Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have run the White House.
Jack Arpey, Spectrum News.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage. And click the subscribe button here. You can also download our app and watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.